Hi y'all, I'm Grafton Craighead and I'm a senior at Jefferson City High School. I will be attending Baylor University in the fall. To be completely honest, I struggled a lot more than I thought I would in preparing for this message. I am one who does not procrastinate on my work, but after I found out that I would be preaching, I simply had no idea what to talk about. Every day I was praying, God, give me something to share with my church, and every day I got nothing. In the middle of planning this sermon, I was feeling very distant from God because he was leading me into a storm that I was very weary of. I tore my ACL this summer playing basketball, and that was the greatest trial of my faith. I felt so alone and helpless because I'm used to being active, and this injury completely took that away from me. I decided to try and rehab my knee and play my sports my senior year with the torn ACL. In months of rehab, I grew incredibly close to God as I saw him answer prayer after prayer in every good way. Specifically, I asked him to make my decision to play golf and basketball worth it, and he blessed me beyond what I imagined by allowing me amazing experiences on great teams. He also protected my knee as I played my sports and continued to strengthen it. He fulfilled his promise in Ephesians 3:20 that says he is able to do immeasurably more than we ask for or imagine. I saw him bring me out of my worst storm, but now I am headed into what feels like a tsunami as I have surgery on my knee and prepare for rehab again. As I struggled to hear from God on what to share, I stumbled on a Christian podcast titled Silence in the Storm. I began listening and immediately was like, okay, God, I understand now. So today, I am talking about embracing your storm, even when it feels like God is distant or silent. I want to look at a passage from Luke 8. It reads, "One day Jesus said to his disciples, 'Let us go over to the other side of the lake.' So they got into a boat and set out. As they sailed, he fell asleep. A squall came down on the lake so that the boat was being swamped, and they were in great danger. The disciples went and woke him, saying, 'Master, Master, we're going to drown.' He got up and rebuked the wind and raging waters. The storm subsided and all was calm. 'Where is your faith?' he asked his disciples. In fear and amazement, they asked one another, 'Who is this? He commands even the winds and the water, and they obey him.'" I love this story because it shows that no matter what, Jesus is always in our boat. He experiences every wave, every raging wind that you and I experience. The story reminds us that God is still in control. In the first verse, Jesus calls his disciples and says to them that they are going to the other side of the lake. I love that he sets a goal for them and gives them a final destination. He is getting us to the other side of anxiety, depression, relational problems, debt, etc., because he is moving even when he is still silent. Don't allow a season of silence to rob us of seeing that our God is the most powerful he's ever been. He will flex in his good time. He will bring glory to his good name. He's doing something good in the meantime. God is shaping things that can't be shaped in our lives any other way. He's crumbling things that need to be broken that couldn't be crumbled except for a season like this. The end of this passage is particularly painful for me to realize how I am very much like the disciples in this story. As I prepared for the surgery and rehab, I found myself questioning God, doubting his plan for me, and relying on my own strength to get me through. Because I had had so much success with golf and basketball, I started to want to rely on my own power, but in reality, that success was all credited to God. When Jesus asked his disciples, "Where is your faith? What's going on?" I felt a tug in my heart because he got me through this storm already, yet I was still reluctant to trust him to do it again. But now I am fully trusting him to do it again and make me victorious through him. So church, I don't know what storm you're facing today, or maybe you're where I was 7 months ago and you feel very close to God. No matter how close to God you feel, I challenge you to not lose your faith and continue to trust him. Know that his plans are higher and he is an active God. He is with you even when he is silent. He will turn your fear into faith on the waves. Jesus shows up when you need him most, just like he did for his disciples on the boat. He is with you on the boat, experiencing the same waves as you, but he is not afraid because he knows he will get you to the other side. He is in complete control. I hope you will be encouraged by knowing that he's up to something good and he is still going to move. But in the meantime, don't miss out on what he is teaching you in your storm.